long-term strategy need to be implemented to prevent this from becoming a matter of annual recurrence. Here is how that can be done. First, by the creation and institutionalization of independent task force, not directly answerable to either Delhi or central governments. Such a task force should be singularly responsible for and have the authority to enforce measures to manage air pollution in the region. Policy makers often tend to pass the buck on to each other when they are not directly responsible for a project or have interlayered responsibilities. Assigning a single manager responsible for a clear action item drastically improves execution. Second, we need to fundamentally prioritize clean air as a basic human right. To do this, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan should incorporate clean air as one of its core tenets. A budget for clean air programs should be allocated from the receipts collected from the Swachh Bharat tax. That money should be used to improve vehicle emission standards, subsidize alternatives to fuel wood, and subsidize effective crop burning techniques in North Indian states. Third, increase the renewable purchase obligations of power as well as of state run distribution companies in and around Delhi and Haryana. Such increases in obligations combined with the growth of renewable energy sources will phase out dependence on coal in the region. Fourth, smarter management of cold fronts. While we cannot control cold fronts per se, we can control the activities that reduce the intensity of pollution during these periods. Reduction in construction activity, odd even, for example, during the winters, can reduce the concentration on PM 2.5. Newspapers from around the world, from the Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, and the New York Times to the Korean Herald and the Daily Mail, have taken notice and highlighted the severity of the problem here in India. Thousands of citizens on Twitter have shared as many dreadful visuals of the reality of the pollution and trended Delhi smog on the social media website for days. The negative publicity has certainly dulled our ability to attract foreign investment, foreigners, non-resident Indians, and out of state Indian talent to the region. This crisis imposes costs on society as a whole as well on the progressive policies that we hope will deliver to us a better economic future. At the base level, the state needs to provide the most basic of human rights, clean air to breathe. Without this, the economic development vision will not have much meaning to the people of the country. The state should make clear policy in this regard to safeguard the health of the people at the earliest possible time. Para.
Subscribe the channel for regular shorthand and stenography videos.